So here's my new video. When do I need to cut new grass seed? Right, today we are at Steve's job. It's Tuesday the 6th of July and this is now 10 days old. So the question I want to ask today is, when do I need to cut my new seed? Now this is important because you don't want to cut too early and you don't want to leave it too long either. So I'm going to show you what I look for before I want to cut my grass, my new seed. So I'll just show you down here. Now what you'll find is that the grass starts to, I'm going to try and get in, it starts to bend over, it just starts to curl at the top. It starts to grow back on it, so let's see if I can get a better picture there. It's difficult to get you the angle. Right, so you can see like that one there, it starts to bend over. So now I want to cut that. That's my key to cutting new seed. So I've got the Bosch rotak. I've just been to the last job and took it out of the garage, and I'm going to go over here. Now what direction do I want to cut my new seed in? Now normally I'd go up and down here because obviously from the road it's visible, nice stripe up and down, but me going uphill pushing a push mower uphill is going to mean I'm going to be putting loads of pressure on my feet trying to get uphill, which could push the soil this way, and with it being new I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go up there, across, and then come back down and then go up again just to get me back at the top, and then I'm going to go left to right, and this will ensure that I don't end up pushing the soil this way, which could happen. Not saying it will, but it could happen, and we don't want that. And then there's a few areas where maybe it's a bit, we've had a lot of rain, a hell of a lot of rain, and I think it's washed a lot of the seed down. So I'm going to just put a few kilograms in my spreader and then just go over some of the areas where it's a bit thinner before I lose the opportunity. You would always do this. It's nothing that's gone wrong with the job or anything. It just when you're doing job by hand and you've not drilled, you do need to do this. But saying that, I've been watching a lot of videos recently on not so much videos, but like Twitter feeds and stuff, and they've been saying at this football stadiums, oh, we're doing a bit of overseeding, and those were drilled with a professional machine and they're still having to overseed. So it's not just me in my job where we're doing it with the broadcast spreader. These guys are having to do it, and it's all been done by laser guided machinery and GPS location technology. So I'm not embarrassed or anything like that. This is natural gardening and this is what happens. But if we get it done now while the soil's still open to us and we can see where we need to put the seed, we'll end up with better results. So let's put you on time lapse, and I'm going to put my Bosch rotak on and get it cut, and let's see what it looks like after. Right, okay, so it's just had its first cut. Looks good. Like I say, it's a bit patchy, so I've just been over with 2 kilograms of seed, which is 20 grams per square metre. So that takes us up to 55. So that's round about right, because we would sometimes go on at 50 anyway. But whilst I were at it, so we can get it up and away, because we're getting later in the year, I don't really have time to dilly-dally on this one because Steve will be getting frustrated as to why he's not getting any grass. I've decided to feed it as well, so there's my bag blowing about because I've not secured it and it's a bit windy, but it wasn't when I applied the seed, I promise. It just dropped and I was able to get it done, no problem. So I did the same technique as yesterday, where I weighed out what I needed, put the setting on the spreader to a very low one so it was only coming out very slowly, and just did multiple passes. And I think you can tell by the amount of rabbit lines we've got going up and down and left to right as well, although you can't see those much. But I just wanted to show you something over here, because even though we've took off the top layer, we have got some grass growing underneath. Now this will have probably been taken down by a worm And because now it's been exposed to the elements and getting wet, we've got a bit of annual meadow grass growing. Now, how do we know it's annual meadow grass? What are the common traits to look out for? Just let me secure my phone on my knee and I'll show you. Bear with me a sec. No editing here, all done live. We're looking for, it's very difficult, can you see just on this tip here, there, can you see that bit of a kink in the leaf? That's a genetic defect of annual meadow grass, and that's how you know, without seeing the seed heads, that this is annual meadow grass. I'll just even get a bit closer. See that? It looks like the screen mask face, doesn't it? Well, that's what you're looking for. You see that, it's annual meadow grass, so you need to get it out. Although I did see this last night, and I did spray it with Roundup again. And the other trait you can look for is, and if you have a look, there's all these little bits coming through here. So again, these have been sprayed, so they're all right. But you see how small it is, you know, and even though it's, you can get really big ones, it can grow even smaller as well. And there's loads coming through there. So luckily I caught that before I covered it in soil, because you know they could come through. So what else we're looking for? We know it's not a ryegrass, because a ryegrass, as you might know, has a purple bottom. This hasn't got a purple bottom here, so that's how we know it wasn't annual meadow and perennial ryegrass. And we know that there's never been anything other than dwarf rye and fescue on here when we first laid it, and it's definitely not a fescue leaf. Oh, there you go, there's that genetic, there's that kink in the leaf there. You can really see it, so you want to be throwing that out now. In fact, I've just found a bit of perennial ryegrass, and I'll show you the difference in what perennial ryegrass is. As you can see there, you've got that purple speck at the bottom. Now when your grass comes through as a red tip, that is that purple bit there. So we know that that's a perennial ryegrass, and we don't need to worry about that. But if we put it against the annual meadow grass, you can see a total difference in that there's more leaves earlier on than that, which is another kind of giveaway as to what annual meadow grass is, because it grows very fast but stays very small. And again, no purple bottom.